Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. Today's video is a super exciting video. It is my newborn must-haves and regrets video, and I have a bunch of items that I'm going to show you today. A little disclaimer before I get into the video is that some of these items might work great for you. They might be your holy grail items, but they just don't work as well for me as they do for you, and every baby is different. So let's just jump right into the video, guys, and get started. So my first item on this list for a regret is my 4Moms infant bathtub. Now this item, people will tell you need this. I watched so many videos of people saying that they love this item, and I mean, for me, it's just not very comfortable for the baby. It doesn't have a lot of support, so the baby is just kind of like flailing all over the place, and it doesn't have anything to support the head, so you constantly have to be holding your baby's head to keep the baby like upright. And what I do love about this bath is that it does tell you the temperature gauge, which is something that I was super worried about when I had her, when I first brought her home. And giving her baths and stuff, I was worried about having the water too hot, but really after your first few baths you start to like know the temperature that is like perfect for your baby, and you can even just use a thermometer and put it in the water to test the temperature of the water, so that you make sure it's not too hot for your baby. So a must-have for me is this blooming bath, and I'm gonna try and show this to you guys as good as possible, but it is just this little flower, and it sits inside your sink, just like sits in there, and you can get this at Babies R Us, and I love this. Some people think that it is not good because of the fabric, and if the baby poops or something, that it does get onto the fabric, but I find that if you just throw it in the washer and wash it, if that happens, and then tumble dry it, you'll be fine. It just has a lot better support. I don't need to hold her head. She just lays back on it and she is good. I really love that, and I think that it is useful because you can use it when your baby is not a newborn anymore. Your baby can sit in that in the bath as they get bigger, just to have a more comfortable bath experience. And ever since I started using that, my daughter has been so much better with bath time. She barely ever cries anymore, even when I wash her hair. Don't mind this piece of hair, just like keeps sticking out. I don't know why, but another regret is a bunch of newborn clothes, and I don't want to say all clothes, but mostly just outfits, things that you have to pull over the baby's head, and things that just take a lot of work to put on and off. So outfits are definitely a no for the newborn stage. My daughter, which this is my next must-have, she lives in these little sleepers, and this is so adorable. This was my favorite one, which she doesn't fit in anymore. She doesn't fit in this one, which is sad, but definitely get a ton of these. This, if I could go back, I would only buy these. I really would. This would be all that I buy, and obviously have a couple of cute outfits for like when you go to parties or when you take your baby out. You know, I do dress Willow in cute outfits still when I do take her out, but when we're in the house, which is most of the time, these are all she wears, are these sleepers. My next regret would be getting a bunch of swaddles, and by this I mean really anything. Getting a bunch of the muslin blankets, getting a bunch of the Velcro swaddles. Now, my daughter did like to be swaddled for the first couple of months of her life, and a regret is just to get too many of them because you really aren't going to use that many. I would recommend for a must-have to get a couple of the muslin blankets, and I'd probably get maybe 5. And I really love the Aiden and Anaya's brand, which looks like this. This is just a plain white one, but you can use these for so much more than just a swaddle. I put these on her in her car seat when it's a little bit cold out, but I don't want to put something too warm on her. Maybe it'll be getting hotter throughout the day. So I will bring this, and I will just like put this around her in her car seat, and they are great for that. These are awesome for swaddling because your baby doesn't grow out of them super quick, and she or he can use these for a long time. And also, I would recommend getting maybe 1 or 2 of the Velcro swaddles because I do know that babies can get out of these muslin swaddles very easily. So I do love this little swaddle here as well, which is the brand Summer, and they have different sizes. They have small, medium, large. This is a small, which she still fits in. She's 2 months old now. She's actually a little bit over 2 months old, and she still fits in this, and I do put this on her once in a while still. When she's having trouble sleeping, I do like to put that on her because she feels more secure, and she does enjoy swaddles, but definitely don't go out and buy hundreds of them. Probably get yourself a handful or maybe up to 10 swaddles. My next must-have has to do with breastfeeding, and the biggest thing I can recommend you to get if you do really want to breastfeed, if you don't care if you breastfeed or if you formula feed, I don't recommend you getting this, but if you really want to breastfeed, which I did, and I am breastfeeding perfectly fine now, is a nipple shield. And I don't know if you can really see this very well, but basically this little thing, it just goes over your nipple and it makes it easier for the baby to latch on. The first 2 weeks of her life, actually a little bit over a week, not 2 weeks, she was on formula, and I would try to breastfeed her, but she would not eat. So I ended up being recommended to get a nipple shield, and I really like the Medela nipple shields. This is a Lancino one, but it's unused, which is why I'm showing it in this video. But yeah, we don't use them anymore, but this is a must-have for me for when I do have another baby. This is going in my hospital bag. So my next regret is this Kindy bottle, and actually these are very good. I do think this is a great idea, but my daughter just did not latch onto these very well, and I think it's because I'll show you how like the nipple looks. So the nipple just isn't really a very good shape, I feel like, for breastfed babies, and once you get to this part right here, it starts to get really hard, and it almost feels like hard plastic. So this part is super squishy, but as you go down, as you can see, it just gets really hard, and my daughter has a hard time latching onto these. But I do know like 2 or 3 other babies that I have met, and they used these for a long time and they had no problem with them. Basically what this is a bottle. The storage bags clip in to this bottle, and then you put the nipple on, and then you just feed your baby directly from the storage bag. I think these are awesome. But this is a regret for me just because my daughter doesn't use them anymore. She did for a couple of weeks. We were trying to get them to work because these storage bags are absolutely amazing. They're very heavy duty, I will say, and I do recommend the storage bags for you guys. Whether or not you're going to get that bottle, which it doesn't come with the storage bags, but whether or not you're going to get the bottle, I think the storage bags are amazing, and those aren't a must-have, but it is something I definitely recommend to you guys. My next must-have is a breast pumping bra, and basically you put this on and it zips up in the middle, and then your nipples go inside the holes, and your pump goes on there so that you don't have to hold the pump onto your breast while you're pumping. So then you have 2 free hands to do what you need to do. The one I have is the Medela one, but they do have other brands that you can try. Any breast pumping bra will work for you guys. But yeah, I do have the Medela one if you guys are wondering which one I have. So next are going to be some obvious things for you guys, and the first one is newborn diapers. Now these are obviously a must-have whether you're deciding to do disposable or you're deciding to do reusable. I do just do disposable diapers, which works out great for me, but my daughter does have very sensitive skin, and we do have to use the Honest brand or any like natural brand of diapers. So we can't use Huggies and we can't use Pampers. We can't use a lot of brands of diapers. So right now we are using the Honest company. But that is a must-have just for me because my daughter does get diaper rashes. I would say to get maybe one big box of newborn diapers or 3 of the small packs, well, not the small packs, but the medium packs of newborn diapers, because your daughter or your son is not going to be in newborn diapers for very long at all. So my next regret kind of goes along with diapers, and that is diaper rash cream or ointment. Now, I don't really recommend this A&D ointment. I just find that it doesn't work as well as I want it to, and I have much better options. We do use this just because I want to use it up. I don't want to waste it. But one of my must-haves that I'm going to show you next is Desitin, and this might be an obvious for a lot of people, but Desitin works so much better than A&D ointment. This, I can put it on her, and by the next diaper change, she will not have a diaper rash anymore. I am going to tell you guys a couple more must-haves and a couple more regrets. My next must-have would be a swing or something that has motion, and my daughter likes a stronger motion, so I am super glad that I got my swing instead of going and purchasing the Mamaroo, because I can already tell that if she had the Mamaroo, it's just not enough motion for her, and she can sleep in the swing for hours, like literally 3 hours. She could take a nap in her swing with it on a faster, more hard motion than in, say, a bouncer or something with less motion. I have the Graco compact swing, which I believe you can get that at Target and also Babies R Us. So if you guys are interested in that, that is the one I have, and I absolutely love it. A regret for me would be a changing table, and the only reason I don't regret my changing table is because it has drawers and it has storage, which I absolutely need that storage, which is why I love my changing table, which you guys can purchase at Target if you're interested. But the actual changing table portion where you're supposed to change your baby's diaper, I barely use that. I use it when she has a blowout or just like something like a super messy poop. Believe it or not, you're going to change your baby anywhere. Another must-have for me is just a couple of pacifiers. Definitely do not go and buy hundreds of pacifiers. I would say you probably need maybe 10. The ones that she really loves are the mums, I think it is, or mams. I'm not sure if it's mums or mams, but it's these that are shaped like this. Now, these worked great for her when she was a newborn, but now she has loved these. But make sure that you are getting the newborn one. The nipple size is different on all of these. Okay, so these are the Soothies, and I think these are Avent or Avent, I don't know how you say it. And as you can see, the nipple is pretty small on that. And then you have this here, which is the Dr. Brown's, and these are gigantic. She cannot keep them in her mouth at all with these bigger nipples, so definitely get something with a smaller nipple, and I would recommend you get a few different kinds. Maybe get a few of these and then a couple of these, because you don't know which one your baby is going to like. So a regret for my pacifier kind of thing is the Wubbanub, and basically I just find that when I give this to her and I put the pacifier in her mouth, which first of all, this is just too big for her mouth anyways, so also I find that when I give this to her, she tends to rip it out of her mouth, so she moves her arms around a lot, and this just does not stay in her mouth because she just hits it out of her mouth. But I know this is in a lot of people's lists on their baby shower registry, or even just something that everybody goes and purchases. Everybody gets one of these now, and I'm not really sure why, because they just don't work as well as you probably think they do. So my next must-have is the boba wrap, and the boba wrap is amazing because my daughter did like to be carried around a lot for the first 2 months of her life, and the boba wrap was just so much better than other carriers. It's not as bulky, I feel, and it's just more close to you, and your baby just feels a lot more secure in it. So a few more things for my must-haves, I don't have any more regrets, are white noise. So white noise will soothe her, especially at night when she's just having a hard time going to sleep. If you play white noise, which, I mean, you don't need to really buy anything for that. You can just go on YouTube and search white noise and just play it through your phone. And you do have to have it on a pretty loud setting for it to soothe your baby, but it is a must-have for a newborn. And my very last must-have, which is something that everybody needs to buy before they have a baby, and that is Mylicon drops. And this is for gas relief, and this is what they look like. Now, you don't need to get the name brand Mylicon. They do have other gas drops, like store brand gas drops that work just as well as these. But the Mylicon drops are just so amazing. They're literally a lifesaver for having a newborn. My daughter she just has really bad gas, and those are honestly a lifesaver. Also, gripe water works well when they are little babies, like newborns. If you're worried about giving them the Mylicon, those do work well. But the Mylicon drops definitely work faster, and they're much more effective. Alright, you guys, so that is it for my newborn must-haves and regrets. Once again, if these are some of your holy grails and they work for you, that is great. I am so happy that they work for you, because I do wish that some of them I did not purchase or did not get on my registry for my baby shower. So, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my next video. So, bye guys.